Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Little Big Authors. I am your host, Tiffany Grantham, and today we have a returning guest, Jasmine Jones of Primp Life. Primp Life. She is joining us for another episode of Little Big Authors with her four-part series of Black History 365. So, everyone, let's welcome Jasmine Jones.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm so glad I was able to do this episode. I missed you last time, so I didn't get to see the superhero. I had to see it like afterwards. You look amazing. I love the
Thank
hair,
you.
all of it.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes. So you're here with us to do 365. I'm sorry, Black History 365. It's a four-part series.
Yes. This is
Awesome.
it.
So what was the inspiration behind the book?
Yeah, well, definitely my love for history is like my favorite subject in school. And I love Black history because there's so much to learn about it, always new things. But the specific inspiration for Black History 365, I don't know if all my Disney Channel fans remember growing up the episode of Sister Sister. It was probably, I think, in the last season, like season 5 or season 6, there was an episode of Sister Sister where Tamara had a Black history exam, and Tamara was like goofing off about it, and she didn't study, and she went to sleep, and she had a dream, and the whole episode was her waking up in different time periods, and the characters on the show actually played very important figures in Black history, and she got to have very personal conversations with them, like Martin Luther King, um, Bessie Coleman, and Madam C.J. Walker. And I just love that episode so much and how she was able to take a deep dive into history. So I said, I wanna do the same and give people a visual deep dive into the history.
Oh, that's wonderful. I remember it vaguely, but now I have to actually go back and watch it because now I have to watch it now just so I can be caught up. But okay, I'm excited to hear Black History 365. Are you going to read all four or are you going to leave us wanting more?
I think I'm gonna leave y'all wanting more. I'll read a couple. I
Okay.
think these two might be a good start, but definitely want to leave y'all wanting more so y'all can, see what's next.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm ready to listen. So take it away.
All right, thank you. Hi, everybody. I am Jasmine Jones, also known as Primp Girl, and this is the Adventures of Primp Girl and Friends Black History 365. That's Primp Girl right there on the cover. So as we turn the page, that's me again, and then also the illustrators who drew this lovely, lovely comic. You can follow them on Instagram. And before we dive in, this is a little bit about the characters. So this is Primp Girl, as you can see right here. She's a 14-year-old superhero and the main character of the adventure of Primp Girl and Friends. And the little girl under her is Paige. Okay, Paige is 8 years old and is always on a new adventure with Primp Girl, learning new things and getting inspired. And we can't forget the book without her parents. So there's Mama Shanta, also based off a real life person. Mama Shanta is Paige's loving and understanding mother who is always there to help her daughter figure out new things. And then we also have a feature from Mocha the cat. Mocha is a mischievous little tabby cat who kind of pops in from time to time to help Primp Girl and Paige. All right, so part 1, my Black history. Okay. All right, so as we read, we're starting off with Paige. So she says, poet, author, dancer, who could it be? And then Mama Shanta says, Paige, get dressed. We got to get you to your Black History play rehearsal. We're at the church, remember? And then she says, also, have you seen my Black History Month pins? And then Paige says, oh, you mean those? As you can see, Mocha's kind of took them over. And then Mama Shanta says, Mocha, no, I spent all night working on those. And then Paige says, Mom, I'm trying to do this Who Am I challenge for Black History Month, and I don't know who any of these people are. Oh, Paige, you're only 8 years old. You have a lot to learn about the importance of Black history and what it actually means. And then she says, also, there's so many wonderful people, past and present, a part of our beautiful legacy. We will be here for days trying to name them all. There's Maya Angelou, Dr. Martin Luther King, Madam C.J. Walker, Malcolm X, Beyonce, and so much more. See, even Mocha recognizes our legacy. And let me show y'all Mocha with the Black History Month pen. And then Paige says, well, now I feel out the loopy. Then she says, Mom, teach me all about our legacy. And then Mama Shanta says, sure thing, after we go to rehearsal. I'm going to go get your sister ready. Hey, I want to know the legacy before we get to rehearsal. I want to share the news with Soraya and Michaela. And now we have a special guest entering. I wonder who could it be? Hey, little sis, I heard you say something about legacy. I figured I could be of assistance. Primp girl, thank goodness you're here. I've got to learn all about our Black history before I go to rehearsal. And then Primp girl says, we definitely don't have time to learn all the legacy, but I can give you a quick summary. And here's a secret. You're a part of Black history too. Then Paige says, what? Me? I've never held a protest or spoken in front of people, maybe except at church. And then Prim Girl says, you don't have to hold a protest or give a fancy speech. Black History Month is a celebration of African Americans and all the great things we have contributed to society. You are a living legacy because you descended from our ancestors, once enslaved, who before and after freedom rose above the occasion to fight for civil rights. They made inventions and started the blueprint for music and pop culture and so much more. I wonder what she's going to learn, y'all. And then Paige says, oh my gosh, we did all that? That makes me want to give a big old speech. Then Primp Girl says, that's right, we did all that and then some. So then Primp Girl shows her a few Black history figures. And Paige says, I know some of these people. Everyone looks like royalty. They are royalty, sis. Matter of fact, some of these people ruled empires and others inspired many people like you and me so we can make a positive change. These are some of the greats that did it all. Then Paige says, you inspire. You're a superhero. You should be on this mural. Aw, thank you, sis. But there are so many more superheroes that came before me, so we have to honor them first. Then Paige says, I have an idea. I want to present a picture of all the Black history people that inspired me at church after my play. Then Primp Girl says, that's a wonderful idea and a great surprise. That's why we celebrate Black History Month, to show others our legacy. The ancestors would be so proud of you for doing your part. And then Paige says, I mean, you know, it's just a little something. She's so modest, y'all. All right, let's cover some iconic figures. Get out your pencil and paper. Then Paige says, I've got my handy dandy tablet. Great, let's start. The celebration of Black History Month began as Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson, a noted African American historian, scholar, and educator. It became a month-long celebration in 1976. The month of February was chosen to match up with the birthdays of Frederick Douglass. Hey, we've only had 1 month of celebration for over 400 years. What gives? Yes, we've been celebrated for far less time than our actual impact, but Paige, it's important for you to know and tell others that Black history is to be celebrated all year long. Like 24/7, 365. Black History 365. I love it. So it looks like Paige has learned that we can learn about Black history every day. Stay tuned for part 2. All right, and I'm going to read y'all part 2. And this is just showing y'all the rest of the book. We have some fun facts in the back and more artwork. So as we move on to part 2, I think Primp Girl is going to show her some new Black history icons. All right, let's see. You have the author page again, and also about the characters. All right, let's dive in and see what's going to happen. My Black Her Story, part 2. All right, so we start with Primp Girl. She says, now write this down. It is not taboo to go back and fetch that which you have forgotten. And then Paige says, what does that mean? Is that a scripture? And Primp Girl lets her know, not quite. It's a Sankofa proverb. Proverb? I know what that means. That is an important piece of advice. Exactly. Our ancestors had plenty of proverbs. But do you know why we wrote that one down? And then Paige says, because we are learning our history, which we forgot, but we want to remember it so we can spread the power. Look at Paige's little fist and the Black Power symbol. Then Primp Girl says, you catch on fast. And Paige is now super excited. So she says, on to the icons. I want to know about everybody. Dr. King, Serena Williams, Beyonce. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Save some for tomorrow. We'll go over 4, 1 in each category. You want to save some research for your friends. Then Paige says, true, true. I'm listening. She's got her handy dandy tablet. So first things first, in the world of science and entrepreneurship. Wait, what's entrepreneurship? That is the art of setting up a business or an idea from scratch, often with little help. Oh, that sounds hard. Then Primp Girl says, it is definitely not easy. But Madam C.J. Walker, despite being born into slavery, launched her own hair care line and became the first female self-made millionaire. $1 million, y'all, that is a lot. Oh my gosh, that's not just Black history. That breaks records for all women. And then Primp Girl says, you bet it does. She was also an activist, a philanthropist, using her wealth to help women of color and fund education for the youth, just like you and me. She is amazing. I want to start a hair care line and make millions too. And Primp Girl says, and you can do it. Just repeat after me. And y'all can repeat this at home too. I have a dream to create and improve, to change the world with my mind and make new tools, to show others how to be smart and cool. So that's a little affirmation. And then Prim Girl says, we're a part of Black history. And this is just the beginning. Let's move on to sports. Before we get to sports, Primp Girl took Paige on a trip to Black history. This is Madam C.J. Walker and a nice fancy car, because y'all know she was a millionaire. Oh, I love sports. I want to know about Venus, Serena, LeBron James. Yes, all great figures in the history of sports. But have you ever heard of Simone Biles? Paige says, who's that? Prim Girl says, Miss Simone Biles is the world's most decorated gymnast. Then Paige says, decorated like with lights and stuff? And then Prim Girl says, even better, decorated with gold medals. Biles has the most world medals and the most world gold medals. Oh my gosh, she's the bestest. She primps life. That's more than Black history. That's all history. Yes, Paige, because Black history just doesn't impact us. We make positive change in the world around us too. Look at all those medals. All right, let's see where Primp Girl goes next. So Paige says, I want to be like Simone. Then Primp Girl says, really? A gymnast? No, the greatest of all time. And then Primp Girl says, of course, Paige. The ancestors wouldn't have it any other way. Matter of fact, let's see what we can do. Repeat after me. And y'all can repeat this at home. I have a dream to use my ability to be the fastest and the flyest, to use my talent for good, to show others that we can. And then Paige says, cool. And it only gets better from here. Let's move on to leadership. So Primp Girl was able to take her to a gym meet. And that is the great Simone Biles. Stay tuned. Now, leadership and some other fun facts are in part 3 and part 4. But that was Black History 365, part 1 and 2.
Thank you so much for sharing. Those were amazing. I love how Print Girl told your main character how we can learn about Black history all year long, not just in the month of February, like it's every day, and that we are a part of Black history. Like we are Black history.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
love it.
Yes.
And your affirmations. The affirmations were, I really love the affirmations.
Thank
So
you. I say them myself every day.
I am excited about part 3 and 4, and I hope everyone watching and listening is also wanting to know more about what happens with Primp Girl and the main character. I'm sorry, what's her name again? And you
Primp
said it.
Girl and Paige.
Primp Girl and Paige. I started to
Yes.
say Paige, but I was afraid. So Primp Girl and Paige. Yes, the series continues. So where can people find parts 3 and 4 to continue?
Yes, to find parts 3 and 4, just go to our website, primplife.org. And we also always have our comics available at our live workshops. And our next one will be March 25th. So if you can wait that long, you can visit us at our workshop. But the details for that is also at primplife.org.
Well, I'm sure you all are going to have a great time during that event. Please, do you post pictures of your event so everyone can see what you're doing online, or
Yes, we actually, it's a whole thing. We have a photographer come, and we do post the pictures and
Mhm.
the highlight reel. And the next event coming up, it is on the website, and then it's also all over our social media. It's an
Okay.
empowerment tea party. We do this every year, actually in memory of Chesley Chris, who was Miss USA in
Okay.
2019, who passed away. But we come out to express ourselves and release our troubles, and then we build ourselves back up with some fun
Okay.
little tea snacks. We don't really drink tea, y'all, so don't worry. We have like some better stuff.
It sounds like a really great time. And is it just for little girls or for
Yes, it's definitely targeted toward girls ages 4 to 11. But
Mhm.
we do have girls that are older sometimes. One of the girls that's been in the program for a while, she's 16 now, and she still comes to the workshops. And
Oh,
she's a big sister to them now, so she volunteers and helps out the workshop. I say anybody that wants to come and be inspired, the moms stay and they get to feel that inspiration as well. And we've had a couple of little boys come to the workshop because their sister is there. So thank
my
you much,
brother has to come along too. Okay. Well, that sounds like a really great time and an inspirational time for young girls and young boys who decide to come and partake in that event. Are How can people get in contact with you?
Just the best way to get in contact with me would be social media. I'm always on my phone, y'all. So definitely social media on Facebook.com/slash the Primp Life Plan will pop up, or you could just type Primp Life, will pop up either way. Instagram at Primp Life. We're so very much active on Instagram, and that's where you can see all like the photos. And you can also text or call our business number, which
Mhm.
is 919-578-7814. And always somebody there to respond. And if you have like a question about workshops or books or just how to get involved, we will answer.
Wonderful. Glad to hear it. So I want to thank you again, Jasmine, for being a part of Little Big Authors. It Great time, and I'm so glad I was able to actually be here this time to host the event. You look
Me
amazing
too. Thank
again.
you.
And in the spirit, because it is Black History Month, I have a trivia question for you.
Oh, all
Okay.
right.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
So, who was the first, or what was the first Black superhero, Black female superhero?
Oh, okay. Prompt girls should know this, y'all, because as I just said, we have to honor those who came before us. Let me see.
We're all learning.
I want to say it's between two for me, but it's either Nubia, which is she's like the Black Wonder Woman,
Hmm.
and she's actually like Wonder Woman's twin sister who was made from clay and all that stuff. So it's either her or Storm, but I think I'm gonna go with Nubia because I think she was first.
Okay. So, you are not wrong, but also not right. So,
Okay.
so you are right in the sense of Nubia did come before Storm. Nubia, for those of you who do not know, Nubia is Wonder Woman's lost fraternal twin. And so the one who came before that is actually a superhero called Marion Michaels, aka the Butterfly. And this was and she made her debut in August 1971. So we
Oh,
all learned. I would have thought Storm. I would have thought Storm too. And then I found Nubia, and then I did a little bit more digging, and then I found Marion Michaels, the Butterfly. So
the
she,
butterfly.
yeah, so she was like a sultry uh,
Ooh.
song funk singer. She was a singer in Las Vegas, and she would hide her costume in her dressing room and either patrol as the butterfly before or after singing during sets. So yeah.
Oh wow. Oh my God. Y'all, this is why I love Black history. Always learn something new. I did not know that. Oh,
It
I have to look her up now because that's something Prep Girl needs to know. And I love it. The butterfly. I love
it is.
that.
And she, the publisher, I didn't write down the publisher, which I should have, but the publisher has since been, it's no longer in existence. And actually,
Oh,
the 50th anniversary of the butterfly was actually in 2021.
wow. Oh my God. You inspired me.
Yes.
We got to do a post about that. That is so cool to know.
Yes, and the illustrations of her are really cool, really really cool. So I encourage I encourage everyone to go and search for Marion Michaels, aka the Butterfly.
The butterfly. And she has a cool name too. Marion Michaels. I like how that, it just kind of flows.
It
That
brings,
is
yeah.
nice.
Mhm. So that is it for us today. Thank you again, Jasmine Jones, Print Girl, as our superhero. And thank you all for joining us once again for Little Big Authors. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and just giving an audience, giving a space to our new authors, and so you all can have something new to read. All right. So for more information about any of the library events, please visit cmlibrary.org/events. And I'll see you next time. Bye.